Alright, Brush Monkeys, welcome back. And this week we are continuing our Tombstone series with Ike Clanton, played by Stephen Lang in Tombstone. Now, Ike Clanton was kind of a coward in the movie, so we're gonna use the other set of kneeling legs here, and hopefully I've got enough unarmed hands that I can pose him putting his hands up. So seem to be a lot of unarmed right hands, but not so many left hands, or left hands, but not so many rights. All right. So anyway, I'm going to put the picture up of the pieces we're going to be using. So I'm going to pause here and see what we're working with. Alright, so that's what we're working with. I think with this one, as with the well, let me see here. Let me see the heads, because I'm not. Okay. I think with this one, like I did with the with what's his name, Curly Bill, I'm gonna curl the front of his hat up because he had that same kind of goofy ass hat thing going on there. So I'm gonna cut all the pieces from the sprues here, and then we'll get to assembling them. All right, see you soon. Alright, Brush Monkeys, so if you've been following along at home, you probably ran into the same problem I just did, that I no longer have any empty right hands. They didn't give a whole lot of empty right hands. They give plenty of empty left hands in the box, but I've still got 3 empty left hands. But no empty right hands. So I ended up taking this pistol arm and kind of making it like he was throwing the gun away while he's begging for his life. But, yeah, that's Ike Clanton for you. So, I'm going to go ahead and go prime him and paint him, and then we'll come back and see how he looks. Alright? See you soon. Bye. Alright, Brush Monkeys, we're back, and as you can see, we've got Ike all zenithal primed, and we've got his colors picked out here. So, let's go ahead and go over that. I got my notes here. His skin is going to be wraithbone with Gulliman flesh. His hat is going to be, his hair and his beard are going to be Dawnstone with a little bit of Nuln Oil and a Dawnstone dry brush. His hat's going to be Griff Charger Gray. It's a really nice gray contrast paint. His shirt is going to be this Reaper Master Series sample that I got that's actually something like Clouded Seas or something like that, but it's really nice kind of grayish green. So we're going to go with that. We're going to go with, where'd I have it? Wildwood for his pants, chaps. Of course, the usual game color, extra opaque, heavy red for the sash. Got snakebite leather for his gun belt and boots. Got Basilicum gray for the gun, which he's kind of throwing away there. Silver dry brush for that. His neckerchief is going to be Magus purple with white spots. So I still got the ivory out for that. And then the base is done the same as the rest of them. And then the whole figure, once I get the base coats on, is going to get a wash of, he's going to get a thin wash of Agrax Earthshade, because he's kind of, in the movie, he's kind of dirty all the time. So we're just going to represent that with thin down Agrax Earthshade. I've got some Lamian medium here that I'll use to thin that down if it wants to stay upright. Just put that there. Alright, so yeah, that's what we're working with there. I'm going to go ahead and pause and get started on the skin. Alright, see you soon. Bye. Alright, brush monkeys, made a little progress on our guy. As you can see, I've got his skin and his hair painted, and I've got his pants painted. The wood looks pretty good on that leather. I think it's going to make a nice counterpoint to the snakebite leather when I paint his gun belt and his boots. And I've got his hat based in gray cedar. I tried to paint it with the Griffin Gray, the Griffhound Gray, excuse me. But the Griffhound Gray didn't, is a really thin one, and there's places up under the rim here where some of the skin tone got on there. And so that needed to be covered up before I painted the Griffhound Gray, otherwise it just showed through the Griffhound Gray. So I'm waiting for the gray cedar to dry. I'm probably going to go ahead and do his gun. And then I'll paint his hat and his shirt. He's coming along pretty quick. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and let the gray cedar dry, then I'll paint his hat, and then while that's drying, I'm going to go ahead and paint his gun. So I'm going to take a break here and do that, and we'll come back and see how it looks. Alright, see you soon. Bye. Alright, brush monkeys, we're back. We made some more progress on our guy. I got his hat and shirt painted, and his gun painted. And you can see I got the little ivory handle of his pistol painted. The gun's all dry brushed and Necron compound. Now the shirt and the hat came out quite a bit, a little more seafoam green than I would have liked, but the hat, I think, Griff Charger Gray is a little more kind of greenish than gray, for starters. So I'm going to add a little more layer to that. And the shirt is also a little more greenish than gray. Both of them probably should have been a little more gray. I'm going off of this reference pick. So you can see he's a little bit brighter right now than he is in that pick. And but I haven't done the Agrax Earthshade wash either, so that's going to dull everything down and dirty it up a little bit, make them a little more like the picture. Also, I was doing the figure plan with the reference picture in front of me, trying to match these colors, and that's why I had his neckerchief as purple with white spots, kind of similar to his brother's here, but his brother's figure doesn't have it. Turns out he doesn't actually have a neckerchief on, so I'm not going to be painting purple with white spots on this guy. So when you're doing your own figure planning and figuring out how you're going to paint the figure, have the figure in front of you. Don't just go off of your reference picks for the color schemes. Actually have the figure in front of you so you're not planning to paint something that doesn't exist. That's my bad. So anyway, the hat is still a little bit wet, obviously. I'm going to go ahead and paint his sash, and then we'll come back and see how that looks. We'll paint his sash and his leathers, his gun belt, and his boots. And then we'll see how that looks right before I do the Agrax wash over everything and dirty him up a little. So, see you soon. Bye. Alright, Brush Monkeys, another excuse me, progress update. As you can see, I've got his sash painted and his boots and gun belt painted up with the snakebite leather. They're looking pretty spiffy. The sash is kind of loose on him because, one, he was the first one I did with the sash and it didn't quite work out. I learned how to do it on the others based on him. But also because Ike Clanton is kind of a coward and he tends to take his sash off like twice, 2 or 3 times in the movie in an attempt to not get killed. So I figure with his sash being loose, it'll be easier to take off when he tries to run, and that's the pose I've gone for here, is him trying to throw away his gun and surrender. So yeah, so I've got everything painted now, except for his base. So I'm going to let the, you can see the snakebite leather is still wet. I'm going to let that finish drying, and then I'm going to give him the all-over wash of Agrax Earthshade to make him dirty like he was in the movie. And then we'll paint up his base and go from there. All right. See you soon. Bye. Alright, brush monkeys, we got Ike Clanton all shade washed here and is looking quite a bit dirtier. And shirt and hat looking a little more gray than grayish green, which is good. That's what I was going for. Also got his base painted up. And his sash is a little dirty too, which is good. So yeah, he's coming along pretty nicely. I don't think I'm going to go ahead and call this the last update before he's completely done. I just need to finish up his basing. So I need to let that base paint dry, and then we'll put on the glue and the texture paint and all that kind of stuff. And I think the next time you see this guy, he's going to be completely done. So I'm going to go ahead and take a break and let that dry, and then like I said, the next time you see him, he'll be completely done. So see you soon. Bye. Alright, brush monkeys, there's our finished Ike Clanton. I had just sprayed on the anti-shine, that's why he's still just so shiny. Hoping it tones down here pretty soon, but yeah, for right now he's still a bit glossy than I'd like. But yeah, he's done, and I think he turned out pretty well. I'm pretty happy with him. So I'm going to go ahead and stop here and edit this together, and then next week we'll start in on his brother Billy. Alright, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next week. Bye. Hey Brush Monkeys, Tom from Flying Monkey Studios here. If you like what you see, click like down below. If you want to be notified when new videos come out, go ahead and click subscribe. It's like over here somewhere, right there. Those will both help with my YouTube numbers and bring me that much closer to monetizing this channel and being able to do what I love to do full time. If you want to get your hands on some of the miniatures I've painted here, visit our Instagram and Tumblr pages. I post pictures of both of those on a regular basis. I post videos on TikTok on a regular basis, mostly to direct traffic here to the YouTube channel, but you know, there's some other stuff there that's kind of cool. So go check that out. And if you want to show some love for your favorite monkey-based miniature painter, go check out our merch store at storefrontier.com/flyingmonkeystudios to get our t-shirts, sweatshirts, long sleeve t-shirts, can cozies, aprons, face masks. We've got all kinds of stuff there in a bunch of different colors, including tie-dye. We've got some tie-dye shirts on there if you want to check that out. So go check that out. Go check us out on our other social medias and follow us on Twitter for updates on the channel as well. And thanks for watching, and I will see you guys later. Bye.